Now, just a quick comparison. We'll take a look at the income statement later, but let's just do a quick comparison on the income statement. If you were to do a vertical analysis with the income statement, selecting the drop down, for example, you would typically do a comparison to the income line item, not to the bottom line item. And that's a little bit confusing, but remember that revenue is what we're trying to do here. So we're trying to generate revenue. So what I want to do on the income statement is compare everything that we have, the expenses that we consumed, as well as the different categories of revenue to total revenue, which is the objective or goal of the business. So just vertical analysis on the income statement will typically be for a percent of income. And so notice you have a few different choices on the income statement. We have 2 periods here and then the total. But if we just look at the total here on the income side of things, you can see that total income is 100%. So that means we're just comparing the income line items of each line. And then on the expenses, it's being compared to total income up top. Whereas on the balance sheet, we're comparing to total liabilities and equity, which makes sense from the asset perspective. You might also compare this, for example, if you have finance experience, you deal with investments, and you're trying to benchmark how to invest. You might try to copy, say, the same percentage investment of a famous investor like Warren Buffett or something like that, and say how much of his money is in stocks versus bonds, and then break it down further, possibly into regions of the world and so on and so forth. In which case, you can't, how could you copy someone like a Warren Buffett in their investment strategy? You don't have the same amount of money. I can't put the same amount of dollars in, but I could try to think about the percentage allocations and think if I can do a similar kind of percentage allocation in stocks versus bonds versus whatever locations and so on, companies, individual companies possibly. So that's going to be the general idea here. Now,